Baby Driver 2 is in development. So Baby Driver 2 has been in development hell for a while, because this was announced for the first time back in 2020. 2020 ruined a lot of plans, and I mean a lot of plans. So let's take a look at this. Baby Driver 2 is in development. Should have got rid of that earlier. It's fine. So it is in development with the sequel, and it looks like Edgar Wright is reportedly moving on with the sequel. Moving on here, the original movie arrived back in 2017, and even around that time, there was some chatter about them doing a follow-up. Edgar Wright went on to make Sparks, his Sparks documentary, and his latest project, then, which was Last Night in Soho. But it looks like Baby Driver 2 remains on the stove. Who returns remains to be seen. Looking at this, it turns out that this is going to be still happening, because he does have another film coming out very, very soon with Sydney Sweeney, as well as a bunch of other films. So, looking at what we are going to be getting with this, it looks like the whole cast will be returning, along with Ansel Elgort. Ansel Elgort and Lily James. Kevin Spacey will not be returning, but it looks like Jon Bernthal will. I could not find the article for it that I saw, but Jon Bernthal is going to be returning. I'm very excited for this, because Baby Driver 2 is a movie I've wanted for a very long time. I really like the first Baby Driver film. I might actually watch that soon, because it's been a while since I've rewatched it. It's a very fun film. It's an hour and 52 minutes, and it doesn't feel like it. The action is spectacular. The cinematography is great. And so Elgort doesn't have a lot to say in the film, but the chemistry and the facial acting he does in that film really does make that film worth it. The action, top-notch. Edgar Wright is one of the best directors in Hollywood right now, and I'm a big fan of his film, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That's probably one of my all-time favorite films. It's a comfort film to me. Whenever I'm down, there's a handful of films I can easily think in my mind and quote, and that's one of them. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Baby Driver is one of the best action films I have ever seen. It's one of the most fun action films I have ever seen, and I'm excited for Baby Driver 2. What do you think about Baby Driver 2 coming in development, and are you excited for a potential sequel to Baby Driver? Are you into it? Can you see there being a bit of a draw for a Baby Driver? Because let's take a look at the box office here. The box office for Baby Driver was not a massive hit. It was not a massive hit. But for the budget it had, it didn't do too bad. So, pulling this up here, let me see. There we go. Pulling this up here, it did all right at the box office. It did a very respectable $226 million at the box office, almost $227 million, and that's even with the that's without adding in the $17 million that it did with the Blu-ray sales. So I want to check the budget here. What is the budget for Baby Driver? It did It did a very, very nice job with its budget of, it looks like $34 million. So with the budget of $34 million, they did a phenomenal job with what they had. The cinematography with the car chases, it looks top notch, and it doesn't look like it was made on a budget of $34 million. It has a very good score here on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb and Metacritic. 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb from fans, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics, and a 86 out of 100 on Metacritic. And it's available to watch right now if you rent it or buy it on Apple TV or Google Play, probably on Amazon and Vudu as well, but it's also available to stream on Netflix. So that might be one of my next rewatches very, very soon. What do you think about Baby Driver getting a sequel, and are you excited for a Baby Driver sequel? I want it. I love Edgar Wright. I cannot wait to see what we get from this man again. So there's my thoughts on Baby Driver 2, and what did you think about it?